Hey, what's up everybody, Agamatsu today. Now today we're going to be taking a look at what comes after layer 2. Now I know layer 2 just dropped, of course, but of course I already know on some people's minds like, damn, like this update was really good. I really love this update, but like, you know, like what is there next? You know, like we already got the loot that we want, you know, the medallions, they give us armor enchant rerolls, you know what I'm saying? We got a ton of oaths, we got all this new shit, and you know, like now our builds can be kind of complete. You can literally pick an enchant that you want. Now it's like, damn, like now our builds are really maxed out. Like what comes next? And we're just gonna be tackling some of that. So I think the number one thing right now that the game is missing the most, in my opinion, is a clear PvP endgame. We got the PvE now, we got the layer 2, you can do layer 2, you know what I'm saying? Well, there's still hell mode if you want Diver's Light Plate, but at the moment we don't have a clear PvP endgame direction. It's still the same thing. I don't even think you can send people down to layer 2, and even when we add that in, the people that you're gonna wanna get wipes, the good players, they're probably just gonna be able to escape layer 2 anyway. You see what I'm saying, right? So we don't have Guild Wars yet, but I think Guild Wars will be the next thing coming up. Archmage has kind of dabbled a little bit into discussing how he thinks it's going to be, but as long as there's some sort of PvP that can engage players in the long run, we will not hopefully return to the Dark Ages. Because if you notice with games like Rogue Lineage never, even though like we barely got updates, it didn't really feel like there was a Dark Ages. I guess you could say like the entire community was used to there being no Dark Age, quote unquote, right? But the PvP kind of kept it alive. The PvP in Deep, however, I just feel like it's not strong enough. It's not there, and a lot of people left for that reason in hopes that layer 2 could bring it back, and it has brought it back, but will it have the staying power? So I think the next plan will be for guild bases to enforce that endgame PvP, and or maybe adding in some new sort of shit for like ranks between guilds, you know what I'm saying? Like there being like guild ranks, and PvPing other players in other guilds is how you get your guild rank up, for example, and you can get your guild on the top of the leaderboard. I don't think they'd ever do like, you know, Rogue Lineage Gaia ranks. I don't think they do individual stuff like that because of boosting, right? But in entire guild, in terms of those ranks, those I could definitely see those being added in, and for sure we're definitely going to get like some Guild Wars because Archmage seems like he wants to add that sort of thing in the game. Now talking about actual future like big updates, you know, I'm talking like layer 3, a new Luminant. Those are probably not going to be for like another year for sure, in my opinion. Now they might be able to hopefully drop the update sooner, you know what I'm saying, like the next big update sooner, but in my opinion, like if I just, between me and you guys, right, I would just don't get your hopes high, keep it realistic, you know, probably like next December, next November is probably when we're gonna get something big. So I'm not really gonna divulge too much into what that would be. You know, a new Luminant would probably like what the Central Luminant, the City of Markor, whatever it's called. You know, that's all I'm really gonna say about that. Layer 3 probably would be some fire lava shit, but other than that, that shit is way longer. I think the next update we could focus on though is like a trial of one size update. I always say this, like a trial of one sized update for verse 2, for layer 2, right? So I think what was it, in like February, we got the trial of one update, and that gave us like a, you know, new weapons, a fast way to progress, and had a lot of fix-ups. And then we got Vision Shaper shortly after, I think. Maybe like a new trial of one size update for verse 2 for the things that weren't focused on, right? So let's say, you know, new origins, that wasn't focused on, new bells, that wasn't focused on, new deep gems, we didn't see none of those, right? Just possible new things that they can add on, and hopefully within that update could be like some sort of like update to guild bases, because guild bases are very, I think, lacking at the moment. There are a couple NPCs that you can buy and a couple cool rooms that you can get, but in reality most of the stuff in there's like okay, you know, there's still no anti-Karen, there's still no things like Lapis, which I think would be, those two would be like great additions, because already you can just go to an anti-Karen at Etris, or you can just go down to layer 2 and get the pick your enchant thing if you're willing to enchant. So I don't think it'd be too much of a big deal to really spice up the guild base. Maybe just add even decorations that you can buy, maybe just passive NPCs that, I don't know, just things that can liven up the guild base, right? And maybe some new things like Bells, Origins, you know, Deep Gems. Those I think they could add in further on. As for new weapons, I think they're always going to be adding new weapons. And I'll do a video, separate video about maybe potential new oaths coming in the future, but I won't discuss that in this video. But as for everything else, I think that's pretty much it. I know Raguza was talking about potentially adding like another permanent style progression, or like not really permanent, but like something where you can do like a challenge, right? And it's a limited time event where you can get like, you know, some sort of cosmetic. He talked about it in the direct for like, or the Q&A, I mean, for layer 2. But other than that, I think that's really all there is to discuss. The devs are just going to be focused up on bug fixing the rest of verse 2 for now, balancing verse 2 because there's probably going to need to be a ton of balancing coming here soon, and they'll take their little break, probably like a month or two, you know, give them some time to rest up, and then hopefully we'll be back with the weeklies and or a nice update coming along. That's going to be pretty much all for the video, guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll be catching you guys later. Peace.